Okay, so what's your name?
I'm Scarlett.
We have Elvis.
Tamara.
Abaxon is my name.
Yes, my good name is Pamba Anolda, the one and only.
This is Samuel, and I'm a Kenyan.
How do Kenyans feel about Black Americans?
I think Black Americans are kind of glorified Africans.
We view them as our own brothers. Yes, yes, yes.
I think they are more involved with the white people, so yeah.
And they're also kind of cute. Like 90% of them, yeah, they're cute.
Yes, they're black, but I don't know if they really stand for what we as Africans stand for. Yeah.
What's going on, guys? It's your man Jackson Cooper, aka J-Coop, and we are back in Nairobi, CBD. And I have a very important question that I want to ask the people. How do Kenyans or Africans feel about Black Americans? So guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, who do we have here today?
Yes, my good name is Pamba Anolda, the one and only.
Okay, so where are you from?
Yeah, I'm originally from the western part of Kenya. That's Busia, but I reside here in Nairobi for the last few years.
So I just have a simple question for you.
Yeah, let's...
How do Kenyans feel about Black Americans?
How we feel, Kenyans. They're kind of spoiled, you know, like spoiled little brats.
What did you say?
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, they kind of privileged, not like for the most of us who really struggled and missed out on some of the essentials. Like, you know, I kind of feel like the Black Americans had what they needed growing up and, you know, even more luxury and all that. Yeah. And they're also kind of cute. Like 90% of them, yeah, they're cute. Kind of good looking, good to generate kids, good genes, yeah.
Oh wow, it's getting kind of spicy in here, guys.
It's true. I mean, most of my friends will say that, would agree to that. I mean, we've had this discussion before with them and we really agree that Black Americans are the thing.
How do you feel that Black Americans and Kenyans can bridge the gap and come together more?
I think we are already doing that. Because since the pandemic in 2020 when we had to work from home and people had like extra time on their sleeves, you get to interact with more people from a diverse culture. So we are already bridging that. Most of the people really are doing it and supporting their fellow Blacks out here. Yeah.
Well, that was great. Like, I really appreciate the time.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's a pleasure. Have a good one too.
Hey, who do we have here today?
Abaxon is my name.
Where are you from?
I'm from Nairobi then.
Nice, nice. Okay, so I just have a simple question for you. How do Kenyans view Black Americans?
We view them as our own brothers. Yes, yes, yes.
Short and sweet. So you view us as your brothers. How can Kenyans and Black Americans come together more and have more of a cohesiveness?
I think by the diplomatic part of it, engaging us together. Because they are the ones who can connect us.
Yes.
But I think so far so good they have worked on well with the Kenyans and Africa in general.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Like, I really appreciate you.
Thanks so much.
All right.
And all the best. And Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, guys. Looks like we have a double dose. What's your name?
Sandra.
Nice to meet you, Sandra.
Arnold.
Manuel. Okay.
Arnold.
Arnold.
Say again?
You say I'm left off Baton Rouge?
What'd you say?
You say I'm left off Baton Rouge?
What'd you say?
So, like, where are you guys from?
I'm from here, Western Kenya.
Okay.
Kenya, Nairobi.
Okay.
Don't home to be specific.
Okay. Okay. So I just have a simple question for you guys. How do you view Black Americans?
In my opinion, Black Americans are basically just like us, like we're from Kenya, but they're in America. I think that's the only determining factor. Also, I feel like they are more exposed to life-changing opportunities more than those of us who are not in America.
I think Black Americans are kind of glorified Africans. Because for them, going out there, they have more opportunities, they're more exposed. But when we go to America, it's not the same. We're treated differently, even by them.
So have you been to America?
No, but I have friends who've been there.
So this is kind of like hearsay. You haven't actually like experienced it for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you guys feel that we can bridge the gap between Black Americans and Kenyans or Africans?
If that was possible, it would be a life-changing experience for most of the people who would grab onto the opportunity if the bridge was closed. So yeah, I just think it's about taking your opportunities when you have them.
Okay, personally, I feel like it will make us work together better. Because once we bridge that gap, we'll actually be able to show the world that Africans actually stick together and we can make a difference instead of following the white colonial rule.
I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you for having us.
All right, thank you. Okay, so who do we have here today?
I'm Jerimbogwa Pauline.
Where are you from?
I'm from Rongai.
I know a very special lady from Rongai. If you're watching, you know who you are. Okay, so I just have a simple question for you. How do Kenyans feel about Black Americans?
I think they are cute. And rich too.
Whoa, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, hold on, speaking of that, guys, like and subscribe to this video so I can become rich. But no, like, what else do you feel about them?
I think they are more involved with the white people. So yeah, what I see about them, I feel like they know how to interact with people, you know. You can't compare with Kenyans. You know, Kenyans, you reach at some point the language goes off. Yeah.
How do you feel that Black Americans and Kenyans can come together and bridge the gap?
I think we should go there often. We can have some bonding and stuff, yeah.
I really want to thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, have a good day.
And nice.
Okay, who do we have here today?
We have Elvis Masibo, a Malaya by profession.
All right, so where are you from, Elvis?
I'm within Nairobi, okay, in the outskirts of Nairobi, that's Kitengela.
How do Kenyans view Black Americans?
Okay, general will view Black Americans as just as us. There is a difference in culture because of where we live, because in Kenya, there's a way of life we live, which is different from the African Americans, just because of the proximity or the area in which we live. But in essence, we are the same. It's just that our cultures are different. Yeah.
How do you think that Black Americans and Kenyans can come together more and bridge the gap?
The gap was there because of when there was no internet, the only perspective we had of Africa was from the mainstream media, which was like CNN, BBC, and you see them, they'll not show this side of, they'll never show this side where we are standing. They always show the poor side of Africa. The internet has helped a lot, and it is doing good in connecting us with the Black Americans, and we are also able to share cultures, the way we live, which was not there in the past.
I want to thank you, Alvin, and appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I've seen one of your videos, I think. There was one you are vlogging with a Kenyan girl called, I've forgotten her name, but I saw one of your videos, so I don't know why it had just crossed my mind now when you are finishing, but I've seen one of your videos.
Yes.
So I think even this interview will make me now to watch more of your content.
I appreciate that, brother.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good one, man.
Okay, you too.
Okay, so what's your name?
I'm Scarlett.
Nice to meet you. So where are you from?
I was raised in Western.
Western, okay.
Yeah, but I stay in Lavington.
Well, nice to meet you. So I just have a simple question for you. Okay. How do Kenyans view Black Americans?
Some think they're overrated, but I think they're just cool and cute and, you know, yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel that Kenyans and Black Americans could bridge the gap and come together more?
Through online?
Well, online, real life, because we're trying to get more Black Americans to, oh my God, we're trying to get more Black Americans to come to Kenya. So how do you think we can make that happen?
They have to interact through online first, and then make friends, and then can come and visit.
So, well, thank you so much.
Just guessing.
Okay, how are we doing? What's your name?
My name is Peter.
Nice to meet you, Peter. Where are you from?
Let's say I'm from here, the city, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nairobi.
Nairobi, I will say. This is the capital of Africa, so nowhere else to be. I bet.
So why do you say that Nairobi is the capital of Africa?
Well, I bet if you ask anybody who knows Nairobi, that's the basic thing they'll say. Everybody who's never even been to Nairobi will always reply the same thing, yeah.
Let me ask you, how do Kenyans view Black Americans?
Oh, that would depend, actually. I believe there's a whole lot of aspect, like an entirety, like in different culture, terms of culture, the way they behave. Generally, we consider everybody black to be like our brothers and all that. But in terms of behavior, this wouldn't matter. This would depend. People are different. There's some way a black American will respond to something. They consider themselves black, but if you come to actually Africa and talk about something that's of the similar sense, people will view it differently. So black Americans generally, I don't think we would classify these people as, yes, they are black, but I don't know if they really stand for what we as Africans stand for. Yeah, in terms of fashion, in terms of sense, we would pick a couple things from them. But after all, in African type, we're kind of proud of our culture. So the way we dress is inspired by how we are living for that similar day. In terms of black Americans, it's very different. So that's all I'd have to say for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just had somebody shout out J-Coop, guys. And while you're at it, subscribe to Coop's Corner. But how do you think that Kenyans and black Americans can bridge the gap, can come together more and learn more about each other's cultures?
We have a whole lot of people in America who talk about Kenya, or basically an African country. They have a lot to say about African countries, but if you check, they haven't really been here. So before you give an opinion about an African country, be here, tembea, come to the country, know the country. You'll probably have a change in perspective. Like, it's a whole lot of different stuff. We have the negative being very widely publicized, but see Kenya, come to the country that we know, you're going to be really shocked. There's a whole lot of beauty that people don't get to see. So if you're going to give an experience about a place, make sure you've been there before. It's very easy to like bridge this, but at least live our life, know what we are all about. Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you, brother. Have a good one, man.
All right, thank you. Have a good one too.
All right.
You take care, right?
You too, man. Okay, who do we have here today?
Tamara.
Nice to meet you, Tamara. Where are you from?
From Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just have a simple question for you. How do Kenyans view black Americans?
We have different perspectives about black Americans. So for me, I'd say they're cool people. I love how they dress, and also I love black women, how they stand up for themselves. Yeah.
So how many black Americans have you met within your life?
Met? And none.
Well, you met me.
Hey. Okay, then you're the first one.
Okay. All right, so how do you think that black Americans and Kenyans can like bridge the gap? How do you think we can do that?
Maybe through these industries, they can just like merge and do something with the acting and everything. Yeah, I think they can make a good collab or something. Yeah.
I want to thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, guys, who do we have here today?
I'm Walter.
Nice to meet you, Walter. Where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria, but right now I'm in Kenya for studies.
You're from Nigeria?
Yeah.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
And this is going to be a good one. Okay, so Walter, how long have you been in Kenya?
I've been in Kenya for now like 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, my school was here in Kenya.
I have a question for you. How do Nigerians feel about black Americans?
They're literally good people. I like the way they dress. They dress in the most recent fashion. They look like people who have money, and their accent normally, I like their accent, and I just like their composure and the way they dress and everything about themselves.
My man Walter, man, I thought you were gonna be. That was a good answer, man. All right, so how can black Americans and Nigerians bridge the gap and come together more?
There are many ways in which black Americans and Nigerians can come together. Through sports, we can engage ourselves through sports when black Americans interact with Nigerians in sports, culture, and just ceremonies. Yeah. Yeah.
So basically just learn about one another more and like we'll be able to bridge the gap better.
Yeah, that is the way we can bridge the gap between black Americans and Nigerians. Yeah.
Well, Walter, that was a great interview, man. Like, I really want to thank you.
Oh, welcome.
My man. Appreciate you, bro. Who do we have here today?
We have Ganga today.
Nice to meet you, Ganga. Where are you from?
I'm from Nairobi.
Okay. So, quick question.
Okay.
How do Kenyans view black Americans?
From a general perspective, I think we feel like sort of brotherhood, but still there's some aspect of racism even amongst ourselves.
Oh, wow.
You can find that Kenyans themselves treat white people like as if they're gods, and yet they're just human beings like us. You can find like you enter a restaurant and the waiter is Kenyan, is black, but he's serving a Kenyan quite differently from a white person.
Perfect. Wow. I've actually heard that before.
So because of this charity element, because of this tourism element, there's a lot of ass kissing for white people. Because you're born into a system where there's a white savior complex. Get me? So imagine as a kid, the only charity you've ever witnessed is white people coming to your neighborhood, giving you biscuits, giving you sweets, giving you candy. You don't witness that from other black people.
Right.
So you end up growing up with this, and then they come in with all this religious heavy stuff. So you're brainwashed from birth.
Kind of like a God complex type of thing? What would you say about that?
It is. And it's unfortunate. Color of our skin doesn't really define who we are. It's, in real sense, we're all equal. We're just human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real, man. So how do you think that Kenyans and Black Americans can bridge the gap and come together and learn each other more?
Kenyans should be free enough to interact with Black Americans. At the same time, Black Americans should find their African heritage as something quite important. Because basically.
Well, man, this was a great interview, man. You said some powerful things, and I really want to thank you.
Yeah, I thank you too.
All right, brother. Thank you, man. Okay, so who do we have here today?
This is Samuel, and I'm a Kenyan. I was born in Kenya, raised in Kenya, but I'm a traveler.
Nice to meet you, Samuel.
Thank you so much for having me in your channel. I'm a big fan of you.
How do Kenyans view Black Americans?
There is a connection between Africans and Africans who are living outside the country because we have originated from the same motherland. It's the fact that there was that transatlantic slave trade or East African slave trade that ended up opening them to be in that side of the country. They have grown there. Maybe most of them know about the motherland, others they don't have like a clue on what motherland entails. For those people and also for us to learn and exchange the culture.
How do you feel that Black Americans and Kenyans can come together more and bridge the gap?
People should first understand the diversity that comes with African Americans and Africans who are still living here in Africa. So if you as a Black Americans, you have to teach me what you say about like Black excellence or Black culture in America or in the other part of the world. And me here, I tell you, I come from maybe this ethnic group. This is my culture and this is how we do our things. So when we sit down, or maybe we are having this one-on-one conversation, I teach you one thing, you teach me another. So by the end of the day, I'll be like, oh, I know one or two things about America. You know one, two things about Kenya. And by the end of the day, we are friends.
Thank you so much, Sam. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much for being in Kenya and agreeing to come and do this in Kenya. Yes. Because I guess maybe most people, when they see this, be like, oh, I want to be in Kenya. I want to do this.
Yeah.
You know, I talk too much.
It's all good, bro. Okay, guys, there you have it. That was a very interesting conversation from Nairobi, Kenya, here in CBD. But what I got from it was, I believe that Kenyans are very nice people, and even the other countries that I met in Africa gave me some great answers. So what I need you to do, guys, because this video was extremely hard to do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram at Jackson S. Cooper. Until next time, y'all. Peace. What's your name?
My name is Doreen Doty.
Doreen Doty?
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from Machakos, but I stay in Nairobi.
So I just have a simple question for you. How do Africans or Kenyans view Black Americans?
Like, we view them, they're not bad people. Yeah. On my side, I view them, I see them very arrogant.
Arrogant?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So can you like explain like why do you view them arrogant, and how many Black Americans have you met personally?
I only met one man, and he never treated me well. Yeah.
Well, that one male can't take up for all of us, right? Like.
No. They cannot be the same, all of them. We have some of them bad, the same as Kenyans. We have Kenyans bad, we have some of them good. Yeah.
How do you feel that Kenyans or Africans can come together more with Black Americans?
That one I cannot explain because I never interact with them so much. So I don't know. if their reaction, how their reaction will be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if they come together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who do we have here today?
Walter.
Nice to meet you, Walter. Where are you from?
I'm from Nairobi, Utawala.
How do Africans, and specifically Kenyans, feel about Black Americans?
We think that their origin comes from Africa, but sometimes at one point we just think that they have grown more of the Western side than our side. So their culture is more of theirs than ours. So you will find that aside from other things that we do the same, they actually appreciate the black color, but to us, it's just a normal thing. Just to be black is a normal thing. To them, maybe it's something special, but to us, it's a normal thing. Yeah, we wake up African, we do everything African, we don't do anything Western. Though we've actually been colonized by our white people, but we don't consider it as anything that they have to do with us. We could have even grown even a bit better without them. It's something a bit more special to them to come back to Africa, of which we welcome them back, but they have grown more to the Western culture than ours.
How do you feel that Black Americans and Africans, Kenyans, can come together more?
We introduce their culture, our culture to them. You can find that in our country, we appreciate more of, like, the Western influence has become like more invested in us. That at one point you'll find that everything we have to do is all about the West.
Okay, well, my man had a lot of information. Like, I really appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome to Kenya.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
Have
you.
a good one, man.
Have a good one.
Jag minns hur den tiden gav mig life billar, yo. Nu vill jag kunna ge tillbaka allt jag inte kunna